the edge of the crates like he needed to taste her downfall. Olivia couldn't think, couldn't breathe, not with his mouth ghosting over the waistband of her uniform pants, his fingers working open each button with maddening control. She gasped when he guessed just above the waistband of her underwear, his tongue flicking over her skin like a threat, like a promise. "Say it," he murmured against her. "Say you want me." Her hands gripped the edge of the crate so hard her knuckles turned white, her hips tilted toward him on instinct, her legs trembling from the strain of trying to hold herself together when every nerve ending screamed for release. She moaned when he pressed a kiss between her thighs over the thin barrier of lace. Then another, slower this time, dragging his tongue just enough to make her arch toward him with a choked whimper. "Say it, Olivia," he growled, voice ragged, full of want. "Right fucking now." And that's when it hit her. Not the pleasure, the reality. Her gun, discarded, her badge, forgotten, her body on fire for a man she should be throwing in the back of a squad car. What the hell was she doing? "Stop," she whispered. He didn't hear her, or didn't believe her. His mouth moved again, hot, unrelenting. "I said stop," she snapped, her hands pushing at his shoulders harder this time. Luca's head snapped up, eyes dark, lips slick, confused, breathing hard. "Olivia." She was already stepping back, yanking her pants up, shame burning across her cheeks. Her blouse hung open, bra askew, skin flushed with everything they'd almost done. "No," she said, voice shaking as she grabbed her gun from the floor, shoving it into the holster with trembling fingers. No, this was a mistake." Luca stood slowly, his body still radiating heat and power, a storm behind his eyes. "You're just going to run." "I have to." She didn't look at him again, couldn't. Instead, she turned on her heel and bolted out of the warehouse into the cold night air, her body aching, her thoughts a mess. Behind her, Luca stood frozen in the dark, hands clenched into fists at his sides, jaw tight with frustration and want, because he'd had her right there, on the edge of surrender, and she slipped through his fingers like smoke. But he wasn't done. Not even.